Hi, powerful leaders. This episode is from a live training that I do weekly inside my Facebook group called the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders Community. Feel free to join us inside the group so I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you might have. I just love the live interaction, answering to your question, listening to your stories. There is so much power in connecting in a deeper way, and I really hope you do take this invitation. The way I edit these episodes is really to give you all the value, but if you want to have the live interaction, ask any questions, and get them answered by me, please join us in the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders community. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Today's topic: how to get out of overwhelm and actually get shit done. Okay, this is something huge. This is something I get over and over and over and over again. Like, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, there's just so many things going on. I have my client work. I have, my challenge going on, my program going on. I have to show up. I have to collaborate. I have to do this. I have to do that. My to-do list is just so huge that I get so overwhelmed. Like, how do you do it all? I get this a lot. So in this training, I will help you understand the most important thing to do to help reduce this overwhelm, how to have stronger boundaries, and how to prioritize your tasks, identify what's actually going on underneath the overwhelm, because there's something that's triggering it. Okay, so this is going to be juicy if you stay with me until the end. Here's the first thing I'm going to say. You are the face of your business. You are your brand. You are the person people are attracted to and the person people want to work with. So we have what it's called this magnetic factor. We all have it, okay? There's no denying this. Even if you think you don't have it, you have it. We all have that magnetic energy in us somewhere. So if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel stressed, if you feel like you're about to burn out, it's going to impact that magnetic factor. It's going to impact the way you show up. It's going to impact your energy. And we are humans, okay? We are not robots. We are not meant to be working 24/7. And we haven't started this business to do that, okay? We started to get the freedom, make the impact, and make the income, okay? So energy is first. Energy is first in everything that I do. And energy is first because this energy of joy, okay? This energy, when you feel joy, you are abundant. You have that abundant frequency and that magnetic factor. And when you are in that frequency, there's no pressure, there's no expectations, there's no worry, okay? Because this is the highest energy frequency you can be in. And this is the biggest lesson that I've learned since I started my business, okay? If you know my story, you know that last year I burned out, okay? It was not good. It was awful. I felt awful. And now I know the signs. I know when I see someone, I'm like, this person needs a day off. Like, this person needs to reconnect to their joy, reconnect to their excitement, to the fun. Okay, so this is my first question for you. When do you feel the most alive? When do you feel the most expanded? Think a minute to think about that, because this is very important. And if you need to write it down, write it down. Okay? When do I feel the most alive and expanded? It could be like taking your coffee in the morning. Like, that's amazing. Like that first sip of coffee. Like, what is it? Is it like reading a book? Is it having a dance party? Is it calling a friend? Is it getting a massage? Like, what is it? When you identify that, how would your business be impacted if you activated your most alive self, your most expanded self on the daily? Okay? Imagine making that a priority on the daily. That's how you bring back the joy, the excitement. Okay, so what are you doing every single day to bring back that excitement, that energy, that joy? This is super important, okay? We oftentimes forget. We are so in it, in the work, that we forget. Oh no, I'll get back to it later when I finish this. Oh no. And then you just never get to it. And then the only thing you ever did that day was work. As adults, we forget how to have fun, man. Sometimes what's not a priority and what we think won't help us is actually the thing we should be doing. Okay? So making self-care priority is also very important. I love my new morning routine that I'm creating for myself. Like, what are you doing every day, okay, to bring back that aliveness behind the overwhelm, right? Because we all have stuff to do. And I'm not saying it's not important to get shit done, because if you know me, action is everything as well. But it's so important to identify what truly triggers the overwhelm. Because when we identify what triggers it, it's so much more easier to reduce it or eliminate it. So usually what triggers overwhelm is either the pressure to perform, the pressure to get clients, the pressure to deliver on our promises, the pressure to do things right, or the expectation, right? I don't want to disappoint my family. I don't want to disappoint my coach or whatever. I've heard that and I'm like, what? You can never disappoint me. That's BS. But we have this in our heads sometimes, right? And the last thing that also triggers overwhelm is living in that scarcity place, right? There's not enough to go around. There's not enough clients. There's not enough money. And that was a big one for me too last year. Okay. And this also goes back to wanting to achieve things very fast. I have to get a client by tomorrow or else I'm dying and it's the end of the world. Okay. That was also me. So I get every single point. I get them all. So can you identify yours? What is yours? What is the trigger behind the overwhelm? Truly sit with it. I don't want you to judge it, right? That this is not why we're doing this. We're identifying it to be able to flip the script. What if I just stopped forcing it, doing so much, working so much, and I just started enjoying the process, enjoying the journey. And I just stopped worrying for a second. What if I did that and I actually received more? And I actually attracted new clients. And I actually got a message today. Oh my gosh, this person wants to work with me. That's so exciting. Like, imagine. I love to play the what if game. So we're already reconditioning our brain to take it slow. Take it one day at a time. prioritize ourselves first. And it's also tapping into the trust as well. This is huge. And I talk about this a lot. But this is truly the shift that happened for me. I had to let go, right, of the forcing, of the doing, of the go, 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 do. And this is not something easy to do, but you have to start somewhere. Prioritizing ourselves, getting back into the fun, into the aliveness, trusting that it will happen without forcing it there. So here's the other thing. Overwhelm also happens when we have too much on our plate. When there's just too much going on. Okay? Like, it can get crazy. I'm telling you, it will get crazy. Like, some days I'm just like, what is going on? Right? It can get crazy, and it will get crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But prioritizing your tasks is the easiest way to reduce that overwhelm. So the way I like to do it is to label them, right? Task number 1 is the number 1 priority. That's A. I'm going to label it with A. Task number 2, that's the second in priority. I'm going to label it with B. Task number 3 is the third in priority. I'm going to label it with C. And then D is what I want to delegate. And then E is what I want to eliminate. So this is becoming aware of what tasks are actually moving the needle forward. So if my goal is to get a client, what's the number 1 priority task I should be focusing on? I see, like, a mistake that I see, okay, time and time again, is doing so many things that don't serve the bigger purpose, that is not actually related to your goals, right? So creating like complicated funnels or websites or ads, or like being on 20 different platforms and doing all the things. And I'm just like, what? Like, you're focusing on things that don't actually move the needle. Like I said in past trainings, the 4 things we have to focus on daily, the 4-step system to 5K months is attracting, nurturing, converting, and delivering. And this is going to look different for everyone. And this is what I'm a ninja at, helping you figure out what your unique strategy and way of doing business is. But for example, for me, my attracting method is through content. Like Lisa said, posting through content, through storytelling. Storytelling is huge. Through collabs, right? Collaborations. My podcast is a huge collaborating machine. I get to meet so many different women. I also do IG lives, but like content creation is a priority, and it should be for you too when we're growing an online brand. And this shouldn't be something new. Okay. Nurturing, right? Nurturing. This is a nurturing process right here. Going live every single week in my group, answering your questions, interacting, having a conversation, emailing. My podcast too is also a nurturing process, right? I have loyal listeners. How are you nurturing your people? How are you building that trust? Then converting. People love DMs. People love sales calls. What's your way of converting? And then delivering, right? My clients are my priority. Like after myself and my self-care, it's making sure I'm following up with my clients, seeing how they're doing, how they're feeling. There's a daily communication, right? So, like I said, this will look different for everyone, but being clear on your tasks and what actually moves the needle forward will reduce that overwhelm. So do you know what your tasks are? Do you know what will move the needle in your business? And if you need help with coming up with your personalized strategy for your own business, drop hashtag audit below or send me a message. Let's chat. I want to help you come up with a personalized step-by-step plan so you can really nail down your tasks, know exactly what to work on so you can, reach your first 5K month. Like, how amazing would that be? Okay, so if we haven't hopped on a call yet, please drop hashtag audit and let's chat. So the other thing is setting boundaries, okay? Boundaries is huge, okay? We often feel overwhelmed because we say yes to everything when we're actually a no for, right? Your friend, your family, oh, do you want to go eat? Do you want to go there? Do you want to hang out? You don't have to say yes all the time. You actually don't, okay? If you know you're a no for something, just say it. I'm sorry, I can't make it. Maybe next time, right? Having that boundary with your schedule is so important. Even boundaries with your family, right? Let your people know that for the next hour, you're blocking the hour and you're focusing on working on your business. Or even with your clients too, right? Let them know what they can expect. If they have access to Voxer, let them know. It's from Monday through Friday or whatever works for you, right? What your business hours are. So setting those boundaries is so important. Okay, so start thinking about where you are not true to yourself. Be honest, right? Be honest with which boundaries need work, okay? We can all work more on our boundaries. So the last thing I wanted to share, and this is so important around reducing overwhelm, is to also understand that overwhelm comes from not being clear, right? Clarity is everything in business. If you're not clear on your next steps, on your strategy, on your limiting beliefs, on this could be anything. If you're not clear on what you're doing, if you're not confident in what you're actually doing, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. And that's why I've always had coaches and mentors. Like, I've never been alone in business. I've always been guided. I've always had someone in my corner to show me the way, to point out my blind spots, to say, hey, Anna, I think you should consider this. What about that, right? Oh, I think this is a limiting belief, right? I've always had a coach to point these things out, right? So that way I can refocus, recenter, get clear on stuff, and then move on. And every single time, it helped me quantum leap my results. And it helped me truly on so many levels. Okay, so if right now you're not working with a coach, or you're not being supported, or you're not in networking groups, or like whatever you do to feel supported, if you're not doing it, I highly recommend you do in some type of way. Okay, this is so important. I cannot stress this enough. Okay, overwhelm also comes from not being clear on your next steps. Trust yourself, trust the process, enjoy the journey, take a deep breath, reconnect with your highest self, right? What would your highest self do in that moment, right? Would she keep forcing it, or would she go for a walk? What would she do? This topic is so close to my heart. I really hope this helped you. If you are looking for help, please reach out to me. Let's chat. You know I'm here for you. What's so important for me is to see you succeed, is to see you win. We're all in this together. And I would love to chat. Okay, so message me. And I also wanted to announce the podcast giveaway. Okay, if you haven't entered my podcast giveaway, you are missing out on 2 amazing prizes. Okay, I am celebrating my 1-year anniversary of the podcast and my 100th episode. And I'm giving away access to my podcast from scratch mini course. This is 111 value. And a special VIP day with me, valued at $997. So this is huge.
Like, we can chat about this exactly, like coming up with all your plan for the new year, like, or your quarter, or whatever you feel you need help in. This business VIP day is gonna blow your mind, okay? And you can win, okay? You can win. You simply have to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast, or you can also share the posts about the giveaway in your stories and tag me to be entered to win. The winner will be announced November 2nd, on the day of the anniversary. I'm so excited. So go enter the giveaway. This is a really good opportunity.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.